Over the last 5 years, I've built a fully automated smart home with smart lights, sensors, speakers, and more, all designed to work seamlessly for my wife and I. But what happens when you try to move a smart home? Does everything break, or is the process a lot easier than you might think? Well, we're actually moving soon, and in today's video, I'll take you behind the scenes as I pack it all up, share tips for a smooth transition, whether you're in the process of moving or moving soon, or just want to know what the process is like. But before we look at all that, the first challenge that I faced while packing is how I'm going to keep all of my devices charged up with my chargers packed away. That's where this portable power station comes in handy. It's the River 3 Plus from EcoFlow, today's video sponsor. It has plenty of USB ports and outlets on both the front and the back, so I can keep all my devices powered, my laptop, phone, and even run larger appliances like a coffee maker. Whether you're traveling or dealing with a power outage, or just using it for everyday needs, this power station ensures you always have a way to power your devices. EcoFlow has a big March sale going on right now on their portable power stations, and if you use my code right here, you can save even more money. And a huge thank you to EcoFlow for sponsoring today's video. So you may be wondering, why are we moving? With the recent addition of our little one, we realized our family needs more space and have outgrown our current home. So we're selling it and moving into an apartment while our new house is being built. I'll share some big updates that are coming to this channel at the end of the video, but first, one thing I was not looking forward to about moving is having to take down all of my smart home devices. I have around 50 devices and multiple hubs, so I expected this process to be a nightmare. Or would it be? Here are some tips for an easy transition and what I personally did. Now, I've broken this process up into 4 phases for an easy experience. First up, phase 1, planning the takedown. Before taking everything apart, I had to first figure out what I was going to do with the devices once I take them down. So I made a list of all the devices in each room and mapped out a rough plan, deciding which devices I wanted to bring to the new home, which to leave for the new owner, and which to get rid of because I no longer use or no longer need. This brings us to phase number 2, pulling the plug. Any plug-and-play devices like my Apple TVs, HomePods, and smart plugs were easy to take down, so they were definitely coming along with me. But some devices required a bit more effort. For example, removing my Aqara contact sensors often tore off a little paint, which meant I had to do some touch-ups. As for my cameras, I'm keeping my indoor ones from Eufy, especially the one we use as our baby monitor. I'm also taking my outdoor cameras, but I may not end up using them in the new home. Deciding what to leave with the house was actually the easy part. Anything that is directly hardwired to the house is staying, with a few exceptions. I'm leaving all my smart switches for the new owner. Rewiring switches is not really my forte, plus I may end up using different style switches for different rooms in the new house. My LifeX smart bulb and Hue overhead lights are staying as well, since I'll be using other smart lighting in my new home. I'm also leaving my smart thermostat and smart lock behind since it's the easiest option. And I'll probably end up going with a different thermostat and different lock for my new home anyways. My doorbell is staying too, especially since newer models with palm recognition are coming out hopefully soon, and I may want to try those out instead. I also had to painfully remove this protected by Apple Home sticker. I'll definitely be getting more of these for my new home, and I'll leave a link down below in the video description if you want to pick one up for your smart home. But more importantly, maybe the new owner can start using these smart devices to build up their own smart home. Hopefully using the Apple Home platform if they use iPhones, but hey, any platform will work too. Once everything was taken down, it was time for phase 3, packing with a purpose. Organization is key when moving a smart home, and I labeled everything as I packed it to ensure a seamless setup later. I used different boxes for each room, keeping all devices from that room together. Each device was labeled and packed in separate bags for easy reference. The final phase is phase number 4, pushing reset. Now it was time to reset and remove all the devices from the manufacturer's app that I'm no longer going to be using. The Apple Home platform is my preferred ecosystem for managing and controlling devices, so I had to then remove them and hubs from the Home app too. There's something I have not told you guys yet. I actually have not taken down everything yet. While taking things down, I decided to keep a few things up and running until the day that we close that are going to be easy to remove. With my Home hub still up, I can also still run automations too. As I think about the devices that I want to have in my new home, I've been reflecting on my 5 years with a smart home and been asking myself, what would I do the same and what would I change? There's a lot that I would do again and a bunch of things that I would change. I'll still use my Apple TVs for streaming and HomePods for voice control, which also serve as my home hub. I'll also stick with Aqara for physical control of devices using their mini switch and contact sensor for security and alerts. However, Abode's security system with access to local authorities is a feature that I'm heavily considering for security. Eufy has been great for indoor cameras, but I will not be using their outdoor cameras again. While they have worked well, I prefer hardwired cameras with continual recording for better reliability and access to all footage, even if that means using scripted with Homebridge and a NVR setup. Our new home is expected to be built by the end of the year, so in the meantime, we'll be moving into an apartment while our new home is being built. We're actually moving into a smaller space than our current home, so I'm not going to really be able to have a full smart home, just mainly things like an Apple TV and a HomePod, so I'm not going to be doing a smart apartment tour video. So what does all of this change mean for this channel? I'll still be creating smart home content in the apartment, like reviews, comparisons, tutorials, and more. If there's a specific video that you would like me to make, then be sure to drop it down in the comment section below. It will take me a little while to get back into making videos while we're moving. I've got some really exciting video ideas that I know you guys will love. So be sure to hit that subscribe button with notifications turned on so you will not miss any of those videos. I'm super excited to start fresh and create more and better content for you guys. But in the meantime, here's a video that I think you will love. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.